Hey Internet, it's me! Just practicing my Mario voice, because apparently anyone can be cast as Mario now. But that's not the point. The point is, I watched another movie. As you can see, I'm wearing the same clothes as the last episode, because I wanted to watch another movie and hopefully improve my day a little. Unfortunately, the movie I just watched was All Girls Weekend. And suffice to say, it wasn't much better than Black Candles was. So this is a movie, kind of, in that a camera is pointing at things while they happen. Basically, a group of four girls decide, hey, we're going to go on a road trip to the woods. Well, they're going to go on a road trip, and then they get detoured and go to the woods. But they decide they're going on this trip, and then one of the girls, who apparently isn't well liked by the other three, but is invited anyway, she brings along a friend from work, without telling anyone, and of course they're all upset, and this is a little bit of contention, and it shows you early on who the obnoxious friend is, and, blah, blah, blah. It's an attempt at character development. It just does a poor job, because all the acting is so bad that everyone's line delivery comes across as flat and uncaring, and so all five women in this movie appear to be the bitchy, brain-dead one, because they have no emotion when they say things, and there's no real engagement, and it just... You don't care about any of these people, and none of them seem genuine. But anyway, they go on this road trip, and at one point the driver is like, hey, let's go into these woods here. And the other girls are like, yeah, okay, sure, let's go into the woods. And then they do go into the woods, and then it takes what feels like 9.5 eternities for the movie to end. But basically what happens is the woods demands a sacrifice. So I think that this may have been the inspiration for M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong to create The Happening, where the trees did it! But anyway, they're in the woods, and the woods wants them to kill folks, and then it's really dumb. The whole thing, there's maybe 10 minutes of actual story, and the rest is just nonsense filler, but it's so poorly acted that it doesn't even feel like filler. It just feels like it's freaking dragging forever. Like, even when something is happening, you don't care because the acting's so bad. You don't want anything to happen. You just want the movie to end. This is one where you can't... Like, even if you overlook everything else, even if it was shot better, which it isn't, even if it was written better, which, God, it certainly needed to be, but it wasn't. Even if it had better sets, or more varied sets, which it did not, you still would hate this movie, because the acting is just awful. No one on screen in this film has ever acted before. And I say that very confidently, without looking it up, because at no point were they given direction on how to deliver a line convincingly, or as to how to portray believably a character. I am by no means an expert in acting. I'm not going to teach a master class on how to convey emotion or any of that, but we're all humans that have lived in a real life and talked to other humans. And just somewhere along the way in your life, you kind of learn facial cues and just basic communication things that teach you how to talk to other people in a way that feels natural and normal. You learn to pick up emotions without someone specifically saying, I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling bashful, and the other dwarves. That never happened with any of the people in this movie. They were given a script and said, these are the words you need to say, and so each of them said the words. And that was apparently good enough for the director. So yeah, it's just absolutely awful. And like I said, they're very limited sets. At one point, they're in one room of a house. A room, by the way, that is so incredibly tacky, it has a bunch of framed movie posters on the wall, and that's not the tacky part, because obviously I can't complain about decorating your rooms like a dorm room. No, the tacky part is that one of the posters they have on the wall is the movie poster for All Girls Weekend. That's really stupid. It's just, this is not the kind of movie where you want to break the fourth wall. There's not much of a fourth wall because it barely feels like a movie, but still, you want to have something there between the person watching and the screen. And it was just, no, it was very stupid. But then the other set piece would just be the woods. Just these girls randomly walking around near trees. It's not interesting. It's not like. I'm trying to think of some really great outdoor movies. It's not like the new Prey movie, the Predator reboot with the. I want to say Navajo, but that's not 100%. But a Native American woman is fighting the Predator. And just. The woods are very interesting and engaging there. Like, just the way it's lit and the way the trees look and the way the actor uses the trees and some of the movement and everything. It's a very nice set. It's a very good backdrop for the movie. Everything kind of fits. The woods in this movie are just kind of sparse and kind of dull, and they're just there. Basically, you feel like they filmed in the woods because they couldn't get the rights to film in any actual locations, and this was also just the easiest way to cut together scenes. So yeah, there's nothing interesting or engaging in this movie. I guess is kind of my point. Like, I've already said more words in this review to engage you than the movie did to engage you. Like, it's just. There's nothing happening. It didn't need to be an hour and a half or however the hell long it was. It felt like 9 hours, but I don't think it was actually that long. But it's not good. You shouldn't watch it. I'm not even sure why it was made because they didn't accomplish anything other than maybe a sleep aid. So yeah, that's my review. 2 awful movies in one day. I did not plan that out well. I'm starting to think I should actually maybe check some of the review scores of these movies before I create each year's lineup. Luckily, I went skydiving this morning, so at least part of my day was cool. I kind of wish the chute wouldn't have opened, knowing that I had to watch these terrible movies afterward, but that's another story. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully a decent movie. Although, the way this year's been going so far, I'm no longer counting on that being the case. Bye!